it go?
Good. Saturday scrimmage, I thought was productive. It was super hot. That's the hottest day we've had. So it kind of drug a little bit at the end, but got out of there injury-free. It just got a lot of stuff, a lot of content on film. Had a good practice Sunday night. Last night was good. Didn't get it all in because of the lightning, and we're having to go Monday nights because of class conflicts and stuff like that. So overall, things have been good. I feel like we're getting better. I love the attitude of our football team. I think it's real positive, a lot of positive energy. Probably more healthy competition than we've ever had since we've been here across the board. And, as a coach, that's something that's always really, really positive. So, overall, like we're at, obviously, we're still waiting, on logistics from scheduling and all that good stuff. And so I feel really good about our guys not getting too wrapped up in that and just doing the best that they can to move forward and go down the road. And as y'all know, like every day is a new day and it's a new challenge sometimes with things coming our way. But I just feel good about their attitude. I feel good about our leadership right now, and we're having a lot of fun.
What about the quarterback battle? How's that shaping up?
Yeah, it's good. Samaje's doing really good. Peyton's doing really good. Stone Earl's doing some really good things. I go back to right now with Peyton and Samaje. Very healthy competition. Great leadership from both of those guys. I've talked about, documented that with Samaje a couple weeks ago. Peyton's doing a great job of being a leader. He's a guy that came in here immediately from the University of Iowa and just really set a standard for us offensively. And he did that because he works extremely hard. He was always first in conditioning. And that's been great. It's been great for Samaje. And, both of those guys right now are really driving our team. They're throwing the ball well. The thing that's exciting is they're both dual threat guys. Peyton can run really well too. So it's a good battle. I think we've increased the weapons around them through recruiting, player development. I think our receiving core is doing well. I've been very impressed with Coach Ellington, our new receiver coach. I think he's doing some great things, and he's got those guys playing at a high level, which as you know, that it always helps the quarterback. So it's been really good.
And do you anticipate using 2 or 3? Especially
Yeah.
this fall, your approach can be totally different. I mean, you can either go out and play to win, or you can play to develop.
Sure.
It depends on what. This could be like these could be like preseason games for you, or what. Whatever your approach.
Yeah, and that's a great question. Our approach, and I've had that people ask me that, it's going to be to win. Now, if you would have said a month ago, before they came out with the red shirt rule or everybody getting a new year, it probably would have been a little bit different. We probably were going to be strategic on how many games a guy played to keep his eligibility. But now, since you don't have to worry about that, it's guns a-blazing. We're going to try to win every game that we can. Would not anticipate playing more than 2 quarterbacks right now. But we're going to keep going. We've got time to figure that out, who's going to be the starting quarterback. And like I said, it's real positive, not just at that spot, at a lot of spots. But to what you're saying too, Joe, is, if you go a back-to-back week and the kid hits COVID, then, he's going to be out. So I think our staff has done a really good job. I think our team is doing a really good job of focusing on that. We have that mantra, next man up, and be ready. And I think that's going to be really, really important this year because of all the uncertainty.
Coach, a week ago you were pretty optimistic about adding more games. What was the fallout in that respect? The status of kind of how that was?
Yeah, first off, I don't mean to be evasive with you. I'm not trying to do that. It's my job to help you guys' job be easier. I don't have a lot of new to report today. We have had some setbacks in some areas for numerous reasons. The conference had a call yesterday with the athletic directors, and intentionally I can't know all that stuff. It's supposed to be between ADs and presidents. So again, I know I sound like a broken record. I'm really, really hoping here by the end of the week we can start getting some more clarity on that. I do think we will, because I think the conference is finally going to decide what they want spring to look like. And so in turn, that's going to allow everybody to make some decisions and figure out what direction they're going to go.
You saw Central Arkansas playing Austin P, and obviously,
Yeah.
so ACU is not the only one within the Southern Conference also trying to do this. I guess, what does that say about, the Southern Conference as a whole, trying to still keep action going here, and I guess specific teams as well this fall in preparation for the spring as well?
Well, I think it's awesome. I think every school is uniquely different because of resources and testing, and so I think it's really cool what UCA is doing. SFA, I think it's awesome what we're doing, and our kids do too. That's what's really, really exciting about it. What a great game, and it's just exciting to see college football back. I don't know about you guys. I'm super jacked up about Saturday, man. We're gonna scrimmage at like 6 a.m. and then I'm going to go home and throw something on the smoker and watch football the whole day. I'm super jacked up about it. So there's some great games on this week.
Are you excited about the Andy Reid extension? I don't know if that's why you're wearing them.
Oh no, I grew up around Kansas City, about an hour and a half away, so I'm a huge Chiefs fan. I was with them in the '80s when we weren't very good. So yeah, man, I'm fired up about the Chiefs. I'm fired up about Patrick Mahomes getting some ownership in the Kansas City Royals. That's really cool. And so yeah. Excited to get the Chiefs going this year too.
So the game against the other ACU, I know some people talking were, especially when you just said in the beginning, we're going to try to play in the fall. They were hoping for some big fish, whether it be Power 5 programs or things like that. I know I asked last week, was it just the idea of playing anybody, but the game against the other ACU, it's an NAIA game. What's the outlook there?
Yeah, again, it just really goes back to scheduling what we can right now. And so what you just alluded to, that's not off the table yet. It's really not. So again, in defense of Allen, he can't really do anything till he knows what the conference is doing. And he and Drew are working really, really hard. And my hope is that by the end of this week, we have a schedule. And if it falls maybe the way we think it could, I think it's going to be very, very exciting for people. I'm sorry. And just to follow up on your question, what we didn't want to do is wait it out and not have games for the players, if that makes sense. We for sure wanted to have 5 games because that was kind of our commitment to them as student athletes.
I remember talking about the freshman class last week, and you kind of raving about them. Can you go into some detail about who is standing out and why the group you are, or why you're so confident in the group as a whole?
Yeah, I think the first one would be Jeremiah Dobbins. He's just been I'm excited for y'all to watch him compete and run. He doesn't look 17 or 18. He looks like a full-grown man. He's unbelievable ball skills, the way he can jump, cut, and go. Catches the ball well out of the backfield. So just really, really excited about him. Stone Earl, freshman quarterback, has done some really, really great things. Damian Hart, a defensive end from San Antonio, just been super impressed with him and his natural pass rush moves. He's really twitchy. If you saw him right now, you would say, hey, he does need about 15 pounds, but as far as the football IQ, the get off, the desire, and I mean, honestly, I could sit here and talk about 15 or 16 of those kids. So it's really exciting. We got a couple, Ty Smith, an offensive lineman, big tackle, Hayden Burke. We've got some old linemen that we feel really strongly about. And going back to the initial conversation, we are working extremely hard to get those kids ready to play. Dobbins, he's going to play. I mean, he will have the ball in his hand when we go over to UTEP, and he's right now he's the number one. Tyrese is the number one tailback, and he's number 2, and they're both going to play, and just exciting class.